Level Up Sports 10. How you doing this morning, bro?
Feeling pretty good, man. Another great weekend, and just ready to get into what we do best, man, with this live stream. And appreciate everybody for joining us, watching in. See, we got the Zen down there as well.
Yeah, we also got the young buck, the Zen Master Zaya. He knows all the FanDuel parlays. If you ever want to know, if you into that, hit my man Zen Master up because he knows what he is doing. How you doing this morning, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How y'all doing?
I'm
Oh,
pretty
we
good,
good, bro. We good. Before we get started, man, Zen Master, you called it in that Penn State game. You said if they could run the football, bro, that they would be in it and could possibly win it. And they ran that football, man, and had an opportunity, man. Had an opportunity.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Listen, I forgot though one thing. You know, I picked them to win that game, but I forgot they don't beat top 5 teams, so I was tripping. My fault.
Yeah.
My fault. Football family. I be tripping. They do not win against top 5 teams. So yeah. Hey, it was a great game though. It was a banker.
Oh yeah, great game.
For sure.
I ain't understand that last play call that they called. And he had somebody in the flats. I didn't think he needed to throw that. They could have just kept on marching down the field. But great game though.
Yeah. We also got our man Parlay Poe on this morning with us as well. How you doing this morning, bro?
I can't complain. Ain't nobody gonna listen to me. What's up with y'all?
What's going on, Parlay Poe?
What up, Poe?
Hey, I'm as good as could be expected.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
I know that's right.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, let's talk a little bit about the games that took place yesterday in these conference championships. Let's start first off with number 16, Iowa State had 19, and number 15, Arizona State pitted on them and dropped a 45 burger on them, beat them 45 to 19. What was y'all's thoughts on that game, man? And can Arizona State make some noise in the CFP?
I definitely think they can make some noise. For sure. When you running the ball, it's starting to be seen, man. Cam, that's 3 straight weeks, $150 plus. And that boy's not taking 25 to 30 carries. He's doing it at 20 and less. And he's looking real good. And I mean, we speak on the quarterback and how quarterbacks perform, no interceptions, 3 touchdowns, over 200 yards. Arizona State looks like a problem to reckon with. That defense plays tough. And they was out without their top target in Jordan, who I spoke about, and for their receiving core to step up and make the big plays they did. And they had one that went over 100. So when you looking at that as a team, they were ready. They were prepared. And Cam knew what his job was, and that was to run tough, breaking tackles. So they did a great job of that.
Yeah, man. Scatterbo, he went over 2,000 yards from scrimmage yesterday on the season. And, bro, I'm telling you, bro, coming into next year, I'm putting Sam Levitt in my early Heisman race. Dog was balling, man. He's a baller. I didn't think Arizona State was going to beat him like that, though.
Yeah.
Iowa State they was shooting themselves in the foot a lot of the times, too, though, like with just penalties and fumbles and just all type. It just wasn't a day. So shout out to Arizona State though. I'm real curious about what the committee is going to do with them in Boise State and who they going to get that first round bye to.
Yeah. They look like they changed places, man.
Yeah.
They look like they changed places. That's how Iowa State was playing at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they look like they changed places. Shout out, like you said, shout out to Arizona State. They played a heck of a game yesterday, man. They played offense and defense. They came the ball. They definitely came the ball. I didn't think it was gonna be like that though, but they came the ball. And far as them playing the big boys, whatever, I would like to see that. I would like to see that. I would like to see them play Indiana first, but I think they're gonna put Ohio State and Indiana together.
Okay. I definitely did not think Iowa State was going to give up no 45 points. I thought that three high safety defense was going to confuse um, that quarterback man for Arizona State, and they would be able to stymie the run a little bit. But I was totally wrong because Scatterboo and that quarterback was hitting on all cylinders, and they didn't have a top wide receiver, man. I think that they could, if they get a good placement, they could possibly make some noise. I really believe that they might get the number 4 seed over no or no even maybe even 3 over Boise State. I think they're gonna push Boise State down to number 12, man, for some reason. I think that's where they're gonna pick them and let Clemson and Arizona State get a bye, man. I really do believe that that's what's going to happen. I hope not. I hope Boise State, because they held their position all season, man. I hope they can stay there. But we have to wait and see. Next up,
Man,
we got number 5 Georgia, 22 in overtime over number 2 Texas, 19. What did y'all think about this game? And can both of these teams possibly still make it into the 12? Well, we know Georgia in, but can Texas still make it into the 12-team playoff? And can
Yeah.
they lick their wound and still be competitive in this 12-team playoff?
I want to hear your thoughts on this one, Parlay Poe. I know you speak a lot about, the SEC, and you know your stuff when it comes to this Georgia team as well. Give us your thoughts on this one.
Told you about the Georgia, man. They Kirby Smart, man. He be in a different element when this time of year, man. And they stepped up. It's all about their front, man. Their front seven, man. I told you they kind of shaky on that back end. But when them dudes get rolling in the front, they a different team. You know what I mean? Different team. And I didn't think their offense was going like that, but they got their running back. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? He was the ultimate check down dude yesterday. But the second string quarterback, he missed a lot of plays on that field because
yeah,
they had number four running wide open in through that secondary. You know what I mean? Like he
Mhm.
missed him by like 3 times. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But as far as Texas, they're gonna get in, and we already know what they're gonna do. But start he need to do something with yours, man, because yours didn't look happy back there.
Yeah.
He looked happy. He should have rolled him out more or something. You know what I mean? Because they was getting a rush up the middle. That's
yeah,
where they was
Mhm.
coming at. They was coming from up the middle. And once you're a quarterback looking side to side, next thing you know, you look up and dude right in front of you. You know what I mean? That's different. But
yeah.
Texas is gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right.
I agree with you with that one. And the thing I noticed is, I always speak on Arch Manning, and they brought him in last game, and I think that helped a lot with with Quinn, and just being prepared and seeing things a lot better. And like you said on that Georgia back end, Texas was airing the ball out, but when they got in that red zone, you seen them up front on Georgia's defense getting to the quarterback, putting that pressure, and then they missed field goals. That's something we speak on. All points is necessary, especially in the SEC games. We know how important field goals are, and if he would have made a couple of those field goals or just one of them at a point, I think that would have made a difference as well. And you were right about that quarterback. If he was able to find him, and a couple of them was touchdowns. So I think Texas is in good shape, and they're still a team I feel that can make a run to that championship, just the way they defense play.
Yeah.
man, Texas lost that game. Georgia did not win that game. And I think the freshman, the Gunner Stockton, I think he was a blessing in disguise because I seen right before Carson Beck got injured, he was about to start throwing interceptions. And they was coming. Uh, and I just think that change of pace just helped. This sparked their offense. Georgia gonna have some problems in the playoffs though, man. They drop too many passes. Uh, they depend on that offensive, that defensive, that front seven too much. And I just think at some point, them dudes is gonna get worn down, and their offense cannot do nothing for real. I didn't see nothing good about their offense yesterday, honestly. Like other than the freshman using his legs. But if Carson Beck come back, that offense, I mean, they dropped passes, bro. They said they dropped 38 passes this year, and that leads college football.
Yeah.
You're not
Number
going.
11.
It's going to be tough to win like that, bro. It's
Yeah.
just that's a sticky situation. But man, if Texas could have just finished one of them drives, they win the game. So, and then they missed 2 field goals, and I know what it's like to miss field goals this year. That hurt, dog. So yeah, man, I'm just saying like that hurt, dog. Like
Yeah.
you can't be missing, and not in championship season. Stuff like that come back and bite you. Like we don't understand that the special teams is like probably the main straw in between winning and losing in these games. So your special teams got to be on point, and they didn't have a good day on special teams yesterday. So I expect both of these teams, as Rob said, is Texas gonna still make it. Now these teams is locked. They was locks coming in,
Yeah,
so
they locked.
yeah, they in there for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep Donnell's comment up there. He said that game was so good. I called sensory overload and had to take a nap after that game. It was a wake up call for Texas, and it definitely was a wake up call for Texas. And Georgia's had some critical calls from the referees. Um, man, Georgia's front seven, like Poe said, they were the difference in this game. They said, okay, Texas, you're going to be able to throw the football on us because we ain't that good in the back end, but you will not run the football on us at all. You will not play offensive complementary football and run and throw on us. We seen what y'all did the last couple of weeks to them teams. It's not happening today. And they were able to stymie our run to the point where now they could pin their ears back because they knew we didn't have nothing coming in the run game. And that's when they started getting at Ewers, sacked him 6 times, rushed him probably another half dozen times. And then our defense, they played really well. That backup quarterback changed the game for them
Yeah.
because with Beck in there, you got your whole offense, and Beck is shaky. He was, like you said, he was getting ready to throw a pick.
Yeah.
He was
He
primed for
was.
one.
Yeah.
But when you bring in that backup, that young freshman, man, now you simplify things, and they just started running the football.
Yeah.
And at that point, they broke a couple of them, man, and that was the difference. Then they get the fake punt. I'm like, dude, you got momentum back. You can't let them get this fake punt off, bro.
Yeah, I
But they
forgot
get it
about
off,
that.
and then they go down, and I think they scored a touchdown on that drive too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Texas had opportunities, man. But I'm still excited at the fact that our defense has not given up 300 yards total offense all year. They held Georgia to 277, 54 in the first half. But the
Yeah.
second half was a totally different game, man. And I really wish Beck wouldn't have got hurt because we
Yeah.
damn sure would have won that game if
Yeah.
Beck was the quarterback.
Let me say something else. Hey, Bobo, the offensive coordinator for Georgia, he got to get a game ball too, because when the second string come in, you don't call the same plays.
Oh,
Right.
no.
You know what I mean? He did not call the same plays. Y'all was looking for something else, and he was doing totally different. You know what I mean? Like we ain't letting this dude throw the ball like that. We're gonna keep a tight end in, and we're gonna block, and we're gonna run the ball. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
yeah, he simplified it for him. You know what I
for
mean? He
sure, dude.
simplified it for him. And then that one throw on the sideline that he made, that was the best throw he did, but it was a better catch than a better throw.
In the throw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good catch because he got that toe down.
Yeah.
I just hope we get to. No, I don't. I don't hope we get to meet George again. I don't. Maybe they got our number.
Yeah,
Third
yeah.
time is a charm.
Y'all really should have just blitzed that dude every play though, for real.
Yeah. I think when I watched another show, they said that they probably would have blitzed him. It had run blitzes, and still they would have been the same as a pass blitz too.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably so. Let's look at this Big Ten championship game. Number 3, Penn State 37. Number 1, Oregon 45. What's your thoughts on this game? And will these two teams be competitive in this CFP?
Oh man, I say yeah. Penn State actually. I watched this game closely. Penn State offensively. The reason I really watched it, and they got me. You know that two-back system when you got two running backs and you can run the ball the way they do, and you have a quarterback that can really manage the game. The difference maker was his interceptions. If he wouldn't have thrown those two interceptions, I think Oregon could have possibly lost this game. Zen spoke on that about the run game, but it was just them interceptions that were thrown. But Oregon, Tez Johnson being a factor that wasn't there in games earlier in the season, that big game with Ohio State, when he plays well, you see what Oregon can do. He had 181 yards himself on 11 catches. And Parlay Poe speaks about Dylan Gabriel, and that was his Heisman candidate and of choice, and you speak highly on him. 4 touchdowns, 12 incompletions, 283, no interceptions. You can't ask for much more than that in the championship game. And I think both of these teams are very scary going into this playoff. That Penn State defense held Oregon late and almost got back in that game and got a win.
Man, hey, I got a new profound respect for Dylan Gabriel. If I was an NFL GM, mainly the Dolphins, I would go draft him right now to back up to it. Yeah, I would definitely go get that guy. Hey, but I'm worried about both of these teams, bro. Them defenses was not impressive yesterday at all.
Yeah.
And they can both be had, bro. If somebody could just figure out how to slow Oregon down a little bit on offense, they can be had, dog. And man, that was a banger though. I didn't think it was about to be this many points put up. I'm curious about what the over and under was, but I know we surpassed it by at least 3-4 touchdowns, dog. There ain't no way we thought it was about to be this many points in this game.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, because from what y'all been saying about Penn State, we already know y'all ain't think they was putting up a 37 piece.
Not one bit.
Ain't no way.
Thanks. Hey, but now when it comes to the selection show at noon, I want to know if they're going to place Penn State in that 5 seed now based off of how they looks. Because Georgia won and Texas lost. And you would have to think that it got to be some switching going on right there. But who do they place in that 5 slot? Because we've been talking about this 5 seed being coveted. And I feel like it's going to be either Penn State or Texas now.
Yeah. Well, this game, I ain't expect all these points like you said. I definitely ain't expect Penn State to play like that. You know what I mean? I thought this was gonna be a blowout. Like I said about Gabe, man, Gabe special, man. But only thing I don't like is how his receivers be running so wide open. You know what I mean? That quit running that zone on these guys, man. You at least man up. You know what I mean? They're gonna have to man up and zone behind them or something. Cause this dude Ted, man, he was in the middle of the field by himself
all day.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like, how's your star receiver getting that open? You know what I mean? Like, ain't no way. Me being the player, I'm like, man, we got to watch him. You know what I mean? If he's the star player, he in the slot. Somebody got to say, dude in the slot. He in the slot. You know what I mean? The communication ain't right. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way I'm going to have this dude running free all the time. I'm telling, I know they fast, but you at least going to have to man them up and run zone behind them with them safeties or something. Because that too high wasn't working. They had the tailback. They had the linebacker sticking the tailback, and dude Ted's right in the middle, wide open, and it was pitch and catch for Gabe. You know what I mean? Dude can spin that ball, man. He can spin that ball.
I like that he get it out of his hands real fast.
Yeah, he can spin it, man. I liked him at Oklahoma. When I thought he was getting in the portal, I was like, man, I'm like, go get him, Michigan. You know what I mean? Like, but he nice, man. He nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, I agree with y'all on the point thing. I didn't think they was gonna score that many points either. I thought Penn State was going to be able to slow them down a little bit because they got good corners and they got a good defense. And I agree with Parlay Poe. Listen, you got to press those dudes because they're not big guys, man. You can throw their timing off all day if you press them because they're not big guys. They're speedy, but if you got over the top help and your linebackers can fall back, you can beat them. Um, and I think that if they face a team like a Georgia or something who got the front, they'll probably have some issues because Georgia, even though their defensive backs aren't good, they still gonna press you. They still
Yeah,
gonna make you have to beat them. You
Yeah.
know. So I think that I totally agree with Poe on that. You got to press those dudes. They're small, so you can throw them off their routes, throw the timing off, because if the timing is there, Dylan Gabriel is gonna kill you. I mean, even when he was at uh, Central Florida, he was good.
yeah,
Remember he suffered that bad leg injury and they didn't end up making the playoffs that year, which everybody thought they wouldn't anyway. But he was good then. Then of course he beat us last year when he was at Oklahoma. So I don't know, man. They're gonna be a tough team to beat if you can't slow down that offense. Now you're gonna score some points on them because
right.
their defense is not it's porous as hell. And I thought that even their defensive backs would play better. But I think Penn State had opportunities, man, in that game.
They did.
But yeah, the running game was clicking though, so they showed everybody that's gonna make the CFP. If you face Oregon, you can run the football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donnell said that Oregon showed they are not too little to play in the Big Ten. They display power and speed.
Yeah, they always been saying that about Oregon because they wear them pretty jerseys, man. But that's a whole what's the word I'm looking for? That's a whole damn.
It's a,
What happened? What's the word when the police come after you just because you black? What's the
I can't even think of it, but I mean,
That's racial
Oregon,
profiling, bro. I don't know if that's the word you're looking for, racial profiling.
No, it ain't racial profiling. It's
they, I
I
just
can't think of the word.
for the
Goddamn,
yeah,
it's
fact
they,
that
too
they're
early.
they caught
connected.
everybody. They caught everybody off guard, man. That Oregon caught everybody. This same how Penn State caught everybody off guard in the Big Ten. You know what I mean? When they first came in the Big Ten, Penn State was winning, but now it's gonna be they're gonna catch up. Big Ten gonna catch up with Oregon. Trust me.
And that was my
They-
next question to you
yeah,
too, because of the
yeah,
way they came in and just, I mean,
yeah.
you beat some good teams this year in Oregon in the Big Ten, but with everything happening in portal, is that something we're gonna see with Oregon being that good like they were in the Pac-12 coming to the Big Ten, or is things gonna change and get back to normal? So
It's gonna get back to normal. They caught everybody off guard with their speed and everything. They not physical, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Not like that. Yeah, they
yeah.
just caught people off guard with their speed and everything. And the coaches they know how to deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, but they good. You know what I mean? They good. But they
I
Man,
just
mean,
got
and they got a quarterback that's been playing college football for 6 years. I mean,
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
they gonna be good though because they got a bag.
Let's talk about number 17 Clemson 34 at number 8 SMU 31. Will SMU still make the CFP? Because we know Clemson already in as a conference champion. Will SMU make it in?
I
Man,
don't know. I don't know about that one, man. Like SMU started off too late, man. They started off too late, made them crucial mistakes early. I'm talking about super early. You know what I mean? It's hard to fight back. But SMU good, but Clemson gonna be they a one and done, man. Clemson gonna be a one and done in this championship. They're one and done. So I don't really like this Clemson team, but I want to see SMU do something. I was hoping for SMU to win this game, so it wouldn't be nothing to talk about like SMU in. But with this wide open, watch that Bama sneak up in the back door now.
Yeah,
Bama about to backdoor them.
I was thinking the same thing. I think it opened up so much chaos, so many possibilities. And just listening in this morning, I woke up early just to see what a lot of the experts said, and they actually have SMU over Alabama. They failed SMU, even though they played, the way they played early, being able to compete with Clemson and almost, come away with one late. They still feel they should be in. They don't feel Alabama is nowhere even close, and that team that SMU is. And I think when we talk about, freshman receivers as well, one thing I looked at with Clemson, Cade, he had no interceptions thrown. And out of all the championship games throughout the weekend, if you haven't thrown no interception, you were a winning quarterback, with the exception of Stockton. He threw an interception, but when you have a switch up, those type of things can happen, an interception. But Bryant Wesco, another freshman, 8 recepts, 143, couple of tutties, as WTP Sports do say. But SMU, I think, should definitely be in, as well as Clemson, sure, getting in. But like you said, Parlay Pro, one win possibly, if that, and they're out of there. I don't think they can compete in this playoff. Just my opinion.
Man, SMU played a great second half yesterday. But I'm going to just go by the words I heard from the chairman, the team up north's athletic director. He said we will not see any team that did not play this week jump a team that did play this week. So in that sentiment alone, you got to think that Bama's going to be out and SMU is going to be 11 or 12, and Boise State's going to be right there, or Arizona State. So I'm a trust what he said. He said that on Wednesday or Thursday night, or Wednesday night after the show. He said we wouldn't see no movement of teams that didn't play, jumping teams that did play. So I'm gonna go by that.
That'd be good. That'd be straight.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was my thoughts too. That anybody that played yesterday would not get penalized, who are already in the top 12. But I know that committee was like, we need SMU to win this game so that we don't have to worry about this damn Alabama discussion. But they didn't win. And this is what I said earlier in the season. I don't want to see a team who got 3 losses playing against a team who got no losses or 1 loss, come into this championship game, beat them, and get in automatically. It's just not cool. And I thought Missouri was going to be the team that was going to do it in the SEC, but it didn't work out that way. But it happened in the ACC. Now you got a 3-loss Syracuse team, a Clemson team that's going to freaking get a bye.
Yeah.
And you got 3 losses, man. And I just don't think that's fair. I hope they get to the point where they just take the top 4 teams and give them the byes, and everybody else get positioned where they get positioned, man. Because this conference championship teams getting a bye, that's not a good system. So hopefully they fix that after next year, because I think they got to go one more year with this system, and then they got to fix that thing. That's not cool at all. But
this the thing though. They gonna play the winner of Ohio State and Tennessee.
Possibly.
They gonna have one of the hardest.
Oh, they are.
They are. They gonna have one of the hardest first round game winners.
Yeah, they are. They are for sure. Let's talk about who we think is going to be in what position we think they're going to be. Not according to the ranking, but where do we think, what number they're going to get in terms of the bracket? Where we think they're going to be at in terms of the bracket. So we do all agree that Oregon is probably going to be number 1.
Absolutely.
Yeah, got Oregon 1.
Do you think? There ain't no 1. That's an exclamation point. Who's number 2?
Georgia.
Notre Dame.
They put Georgia at number 2, man.
Georgia, seed. We saying seeds.
Yeah, that's twice over Texas.
Who gets that number 3 seed?
That's where I think Notre Dame come in. I think that's
They can't
Nah,
get
they
top
can't
4.
get nothing
They
higher
can't
than
get top
5.
4. Yeah.
So
They can't get nothing higher than 5.
the 3 seed is
Ooh.
gonna be Clemson.
I'm going Boise.
Who you
You
got,
want
partner?
Boise?
I think they got to get Boise.
I think they're gonna surprise people and put Arizona State there.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
I think they're gonna put Arizona State there too. But Boise State did everything they needed to do to be right there, man. How could you not keep them there? But I agree. I think Arizona State is getting that 3 spot. Who we want to
Yeah, they was ahead of Clemson in the rankings, wasn't they?
Arizona State was,
that sound right.
I was thinking them
right.
or
So we
Boise.
want to throw Arizona State there?
Yeah, Arizona State.
Who gets that 4 seed between Clemson and Boise State?
They're gonna say Boise because they ain't want Clemson to get in.
They want, I say Boise. You can't take Boise from 4, man.
They ain't want Clemson to get in.
Okay. Who gets that 5th seed between
before you
Texas
move
and
on?
Penn State?
Before you go, it's not possible Arizona State could get the 4 seed.
If Boise get the 3 seed, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we got them at 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Penn State, Notre Dame, or Texas?
Yeah, I think you got to give it to Notre Dame.
But Notre Dame ain't in no conference though, man.
They ain't in no conference, bro. I don't think they're gonna give them 5.
Yeah, I don't think they in no conference because that's why they ain't gonna give it to them because they ain't in no conference.
Yeah, and when you think about it, before these conference games, Penn State was ranked ahead of them, Georgia was ranked ahead of them, Texas was ranked ahead of them, and Oregon. So if any of those teams would have lost in a championship game now, they probably gonna be like, no, we got to push you back, Notre Dame, because these guys, if they didn't have to play this game, they would have been ahead of you.
Yeah.
So who gets it, Penn State or Texas? So we throwing Notre Dame out of there.
I think they give it to Penn State because they took Oregon to the brim, and also the fact that it's just a second loss against Georgia. That's the only thing they're gonna hold against Texas, is it being a second loss. And I had Texas right after Penn State. So I say Penn State 5, and I was going Texas 6 at the lowest for Texas.
Everybody good with that? Penn State 5, Texas 6?
Yeah, I would say that. Just like you said, because that 2 lost to Georgia.
That's the only reason, man.
Yeah.
I hated that. Like,
So does Notre Dame get 5? I mean, get 7?
Yeah, they have to. They have to now. Yeah.
Oh, almost jack that up. Number 7 is Notre Dame. All right, so Ohio State gets 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably so.
I say 8. Yeah, I say they go 8.
Who finished? What was Tennessee's record?
Tennessee was 1 behind Ohio State.
It was 1
Okay,
behind.
well, yeah, Ohio State. Ohio State then.
So then number 9 will be Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yep, number 9, Tennessee.
Ten, Indiana.
10 is Indiana.
Yeah. And you got Boise State and Arizona.
Now we got Boise already on the board. So it's between SMU or SMU, Clemson, or Alabama.
I'm going Clemson at 11. I think that's the highest they get because that 12 seed, they're gonna have to go above SMU, and then Miami's in the picture now.
No, Miami
So
ain't
they
in the
out.
picture. Yeah, they
Okay,
out.
so cool. Yeah, you just I think SMU and
So
I think Clemson.
since Clemson beat SMU, we're gonna pick Clemson ahead of SMU and then pick SMU at 12 or
Yeah.
Alabama at 12.
They're gonna
Well,
say, I don't know, man. I do not know, man. The committee love
Alabama.
Alabama.
love Bama, man.
They love Bama, man.
I just got that feeling they're gonna do it. It's like a playoffs is not a playoff or anything when it comes to bowl wise when it had before like the BCS. They don't want it if Bama's not in it, which is crazy.
Bama
I like
sneaked up.
SMU,
Bama
man.
12. Bama 12. So they played what, the fifth seed?
Fifth seed, yeah.
And
Yeah.
who we got as the fifth?
Penn State.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
SEC Big Ten.
Listen, man, listen, because it's down to SMU and Alabama, right?
Yeah.
You already got a 3-loss Clemson team. I don't know why we keep want to call them Syracuse. A 3-loss Clemson team in there. I think that bodes really well for Alabama to
Alabama.
get in there,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
With their
it
3
do,
losses.
man.
And who would you rather have, SMU in the CFP, or would you as a committee and as people who want to see good football, or Alabama?
You know we're gonna want to see Bama in there for
You're
the
gonna
good
want to see
football.
Bama, man.
You're gonna want to see Bama.
You're
You're
gonna
gonna
want
want
to
to
see
see
Bama.
Bama.
Because you
And
know they're
Bama
gonna
Penn
bring
State is a good watch, man. That's a good watch.
that's
Listen,
an SEC Big Ten
that's a
banger.
banger, bro.
Yeah, that's a good watch right there, man.
Way to start off the playoff right there. Like,
Yeah, that's a good watch.
and I think we could actually take our tally and start talking this SEC Big Ten from this playoff on forward, even into the next season. Because
For some reason, man, I think, I don't know what it is, but I think they're gonna put Indiana versus Ohio State, man. I don't know what it is. I think they're gonna put them two in on the first round, man. I think they're gonna put them in the first round. Somehow we're gonna mistake. We're gonna get this wrong. Our seeding's wrong. Our seeding's gonna be
Hey,
wrong somehow.
hey, man, the playoff is becoming an invitational thing, bro. Like this is what I don't want to see. I do not want to see people getting in that should not be in. Like regardless of what your name is, the games are played on the field, dog. So I don't know. I think if you win your conference championship, you're gonna still call these Power 5 teams. You let them guys in. Clemson deserve to be in. Do they deserve a first round bye? No. Deserve to be in because they went and they got their trophy for their conference. So SMU too, like to go 11-1 all year long, and you got teams at home, you deserve to be in.
and then it's the thing they're gonna say though with SMU, as we know, once again, you got all the way here. You couldn't win your conference championship, so they're gonna hold that over their head as it is. You had to come back. You was getting blown out early. You know all that stuff gonna be put into play with this one. And it's Alabama. They got 3 losses. So does Clemson. So if Clemson in, they're gonna want to favor to put Alabama in, which is wild to me. I agree. SMU definitely played a great season. I would love to see them in there. So
Yeah,
like, just
Hey,
thinking
so
about overall.
I just wrote all our matchups down based off of what we placed in the bracket. So our first round games will be SMU versus Penn State in that 12-5 matchup. And you'll still have in the 9-8 matchup Tennessee going to Ohio
So y'all
State.
pick. Wait. Did y'all pick SMU or did y'all pick Alabama in that 12
Y'all
spot?
put Bama. Y'all put Bama.
Bama in that 12
Okay, so
spot.
it'll be Bama. It'll be Bama going to Penn State, and then it will be Tennessee going to Ohio State in that 9-8 matchup. In 11-6 matchup, it'll be Clemson going to Texas, and then in the 10-7, it will be Indiana going to Notre Dame.
Mm.
Then you got Boise State with a bye, Oregon with a bye, Georgia with a bye. I just didn't know where to place them because no, them bowl games better than not do. And Arizona State, Georgia, Oregon, and Boise State. Yeah.
yeah, man. Ooh, this is gonna be crazy. It come on at 12, right? What time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, this is gonna be crazy.
Well, let's just say it goes the way we say that it's going to go. What do y'all think about that first matchup? Number 12, Alabama versus number 5, Penn State, and the winner gets Boise State. Based on what our projections are, do y'all think
And they
Penn
got
State
to
and
come.
Alabama will beat both of them? To beat both of them will beat Boise State. Who will win between those two? First off,
They coming to State College, right?
they come to
Yeah.
State College.
Yeah, I got Penn State on that one. I got Penn State in that cold. It's gonna be freezing. It might be snowing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It might be
I got
snowing.
I got Penn State as well because of the weather for one, and then Jalen Milroe, his passing game is not what it looked like in the beginning of the season. And if he
Yeah,
thinks he's just gonna run the football against Penn State, that's not gonna happen.
yeah.
Yeah, I got
think
Penn
State
State.
popping.
Even though I like Ryan Williams, that code is a big effect, man. They're going to definitely get this win. Big Ten up 1-0.
Yeah, I got Penn State popping them too. I think it'll be a scraping though. I don't even think the game will be close.
Next, we got number 11 Clemson versus number 6 Texas in Austin, and the winner will get Arizona State. What's y'all think on that matchup between Clemson and Texas, and what would it look like if they played either one of them played Arizona State?
It's gonna be a blowout. Uh, Texas gonna beat up on Clemson. Well, Clemson don't do nothing right really if they don't get no turnovers. You know what I mean? Like they do capitalize off of turnovers. Clemson do, but like I said, like once start get a hold of that what Clemson doing, it get ugly. It get
Yeah,
ugly. So I got Texas in this.
I'm with you, Parlay Poe. Texas is definitely a different team. Even with the 2 losses of Georgia, I think this the game that Texas would need to get themselves back in rhythm. And it's going to be an arch sighting. I'm going to keep speaking on it until they put him in and they play him in a way to where we know Sark could do this coaching skill. So this might be a game where you see Sark go in his bag a little bit and Texas do some things, but their defense definitely prevails. Arizona State, man, they just a tough matchup, man. When you can run the ball, I don't know. That's what this playoff for, but I'm going to take Texas in that one too in a tough fought matchup.
Yeah, Texas got way too much defense for them, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to see this game because Quinn Ewers will get a chance to get some comeback against Cade Klubnik, who beat him in a high school state championship game when they were both juniors in high school. So that'll be nice to see. I think for sure Arizona State could beat Clemson if Clemson was to beat Texas. But I think for sure Texas would beat Arizona State if they played. Because if you think you're gonna run the ball on Texas like that, you ain't Georgia. So I don't think they're gonna be able to do that against a Texas team. Next, we have the Battle of Indiana. You will have number 10 Indiana versus number 7 Notre Dame in South Bend. What's your thoughts on this matchup? This is a very interesting matchup, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Man,
Notre Dame physical too, man. You know what I mean? I think they'll get that run game going on Indiana. You know what I mean? So this would be a good matchup. You know what I mean? Notre Dame's quarterback he playing real good right now. So I would I would go with Notre Dame in this one. I'm gonna go with Notre Dame in this one. Close too. It'll be a close one.
yeah. I'm with Parlay Poe in this one too. I'm going Notre Dame. I think last week I said they could be a scary team getting in this playoff, being a home team in that first game. And I was thinking it'll be a battle of Indiana. And I'm taking Notre Dame South Bend, they represent and they do it well. And that run game and the defensive side, I think they lock up on the receivers for Indiana in this game and take away that deep ball that Indiana likes to throw. And I think that's the difference maker in a nice close game as well.
And the winner of this game will get Georgia, since they're the number 2 seed. This will be a really good matchup. Number 10, Indiana versus Notre Dame. But I think Notre Dame's physicality on offense and they got a good defense. I think they will be able to beat Indiana in a narrow victory. But I would take Notre Dame in this game.
I would take Indiana. I like them to shock the world, man. They got a little taste of what big games is against Ohio State. Yeah, I like them to shock the world right here.
Could either one of those teams beat Georgia?
Notre Dame be the best matchup for Georgia.
I think so too.
Yeah, Notre Dame be the best.
They mess around and pop Georgia, man.
Yeah,
because they got a quarterback that can actually accurately throw the ball, and they got some receivers, but that back end that Notre Dame got, I think, is one to reckon with. And that linebacker, I can't remember his name. He kind of roams around the field, and he plays that slot receiver very well too. So they don't give up much on the ground either. I like that battle with Georgia.
I mean, they pick on Georgia's number 6, man. Dude had about 8 penalties yesterday, man. Yeah, I mean, he was getting picked on. I was like, man.
He was getting picked on.
Yeah.
He was showing up getting picked on. Then we will have number 9 Tennessee versus number 8 Ohio State, and the winner will get number 1 Oregon. What's your thoughts on this Tennessee-Ohio State matchup?
They coming to the coast.
Tennessee got they got the 9th ranked rushing attack in the country. They trying to run the ball. It's hard to run against my team for real. You're not about to come in and beat us just running the ball. You got to do something else.
Well, a week ago, somebody ran the football.
They had a couple.
I just mess with you, Zay. I just mess with you, Zay. Every chance I get to mess with you, I'm mess with you, bro.
They had a couple plays.
But let's think about Tennessee, man. Their offense is complex, man. You know what I mean? They don't just do one thing, man. They got that RPO stuff working for them. You know what I mean? They do that a lot. But far as Tennessee, like I said, like most colleges now, their back end don't be too good. You know what I mean? And y'all won't make the same mistake y'all did on Michigan. Y'all will try to throw that rock. Y'all gonna try to throw that rock against Tennessee. You know what I mean? Like, so I will pick, if they come into the cold, I will pick Ohio State. But once again, they will lose to Oregon.
That's coming from Parlay Poe, who's up there with them boys up north in that Go Blue. You know we're going to pick with you every time, Zen Master. I feel the same way, man. If the thing about Tennessee, we haven't seen them, which is scary, hit on all cylinders. And let this not be the game that they do, because they throw vertical, and they have been missing them vertical passes all season, I would say. And it's been in big moments. And in this game, it could either make or break their season if they hitting on them vertical routes against Ohio State. But I'm going to take the Buckeyes. But if Tennessee hit on vertical routes in this game, it could be dangerous. But that cold weather definitely is a factor for Tennessee. They're not used to that cold weather. I think it possibly will be snowing here in a few weeks. So I'm going to take Ohio State and a touchdown on this one.
Yeah, I'm taking Ohio State as well, but I believe this will be a really good football matchup, man. Because Tennessee has a nice defense too. They're not slouches defensively. Now you can get the ball over their defensive back's head though. But I think this will be a good game. Ohio State better not get into that mindset that they had against Michigan, that they're going to try to run the football up the middle, because it ain't going to happen against Tennessee. They need to use their perimeter game in this game against Tennessee, and they could win it. But I think it will be a really good matchup. I really think all of these games will be really good matchups outside of that Clemson and Texas. I think Texas will thump the hell out of Clemson.
They going after Clay all night long, man. And they gonna have a field day with Club.
Yeah,
getting clubbed.
Yeah, they'll beat him up.
All right, well, I'm waiting to see what this college football playoff committee does today at noontime. Do y'all got anything else y'all want to share before we wrap it up?
Man, it's just been a ride this season, man. That's all I can say, man. I'm ready for these polls to come out, man.
The polls that did my boys play at one. We got revenge this loss, man.
Yeah, man. I see you, man. I'm surprised you ain't got that bird back there, but I think
that is the bird. That is
I'm about to say I think I seen behind. It's a different one than you switched it up on me this time.
Yeah, I might. They talking about going to this one spot. I might have to stay home and help Tomlin coach today, man.
Oh yeah, this one of them games. You don't go out the crib. It's cold too.
I might have to help Tomlin coach today, man.
That 53 degrees gonna be shaky, man. So don't go out in the weather thinking everything. Yeah, you sit at the crib. This is a big game, man.
Yeah, it's a big game, huge.
But other than that, man, we definitely appreciate everyone that's always tuned in, man. Even those that's new, all the subscribers, we appreciate y'all liking the videos. Make sure that you go through, check out as many videos as you can. We got a slew of them. We're gonna have more coming from the Zen Master Zay. We're gonna have the Parlay Post 3 show coming to you soon as well. And we're gonna be talking about NBA season, NCAA games coming up as well. More on the playoff coming. And make sure you go subscribe to WTP Sports Deuce as well. He consistently keeping us together. We appreciate you, Unc, and we appreciate everything that you're doing, even when you're away from the screen. And likewise to all the followers out there that's liking and subscribing, keep them notifications on, because you don't know, we might pop up and talk to you a little bit today on the NFL side. Some good games out there, and just stay tuned for everything we got coming to you. Other than that, we're gonna give y'all some time to wake up a little more and get ready for these polls as we do for the college football playoff. Other than that, we do what we do. We throw them peace out.